For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Going back gets the handoff. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good for a gain of 5. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Love out of the shotgun. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Commanders getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. On the gun, it's Daniels. Has it to the 7. And that's a Washington touchdown. They can prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
You're not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. The answers have to be found defensively.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Love from the gun. He put everything he had into that throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. this offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. He's up for it. He will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get it down to a single point. Jordan Love, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, first and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be second down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move it.
Pretty close to midfield. The fumble recovery is made. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. First and 10 coming up. Handoff out from the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They put a receiver in motion right. He's got room here. Cuts it right sideline, and there's daylight. There goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4.
Get a touchdown, baby. Get a touchdown.
Daniels from the pistol. Close secured by George Pickett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. Walking on first down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, back who can show off his wheels.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Running with Walker again. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. No doubt about it, Bob. That was a round they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown, and the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. They'll run here on 1st down. And the defense is all over this one. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have 2nd and pretty long here. And he's going to get this up across the 35 to maybe the 37. Gets him those 3 yards back, but it brings up 3rd and 10 now.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's Love on 3rd. Chased out to his right. And he's off him up there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Commanders will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And up to Walker from the gun. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Staying with Walker. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Getting right side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. This one falls incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now Daniels to throw. Complete back to the right side. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle, 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of Walker. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? To throw, Daniels. Catch is made in close. And that's a Washington touchdown. So Rock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Love looking to pass. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing that they shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Motioning the tight end now. Here he is on 3rd and long. Live from off a great defensive play. John Lewis incomplete. He arrived as the ball did to break things up. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Logan Cook on the punt. Got 46 on his first punt, so this one's pushing a little more distance. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Nice return there, 15 yards gained. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receiver receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. The line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Son más malos que el veneno.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Daniels now. Gets it through the middle. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His third through the air this game. And that is his third touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Here's the one back on the handoff. He's got a gain of 6 there. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. Nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive run, you really break the backs of the defense.
And not a lot of room for it as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Rob on 3rd and short. Setting up the screen. And he's tackled for a 4th gain. We get the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Packers looking at a likely punt. They send Logan Cook out again for the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Play fake here. Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. On the gun, it's Daniels. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Keep pushing the ball down the field. Get in the end zone, fellas. I believe in you. Oh, I believe.
They give up the gut to Walker. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them Well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Daniels throwing on third. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. But the defense for making the play on that one.
Thrown on first down. Love. Finds a seam down the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. The Packers take their first time out. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Love out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now. Shotgun now for Love. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers making a 1-score game before halftime. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
Bring it home. We got this.
One last play before the break.
Keep pushing the rock in the field.
Man in motion here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Pick it up. How does this have to happen?
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
This defense is asleep. Let's go.
Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. some time right. That's the connection. Here's Jordan forward. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now an inside give to Walker. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3. Daniels. Finds a man right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
And they've got themselves another first and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. Second down.
This defense is asleep. Let's go. Tag. Now to offense.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Third and long for Daniels. He's on the move. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
On fourth down, here comes Katie York in the Commanders' field goal unit. Grupe sends it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
You look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. They're out and set, first and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 70 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. Love from the gun. Gets this one to Watson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
The ball, man. Pick it off.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On first and 10, here's Long. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. pistol. Here's Love. That's Thomas. He's got it. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Malone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's stopped after getting this down to about the 44. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you you get wins at that point. They may not be a home run, they may not score points, but they can do some serious damage.
Looking for Christian Watson that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Long now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarring loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So, shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
We can beat the defense. Come on, man. We gotta make a play here.
Now Daniels to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Just take it to him. Down the field, offense.
Another try following the sack. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. Now touching down a couple of yards away from that marker.
When coaches discuss their favorite plays of a game, I guarantee you this one's going to be on it. Not just because of the catch, because of the effort to go lay out and bring in an off-target throw.
Quick pass right side, complete. Giving an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Make some good plays today.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Pass complete to Walker. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Again, Daniels to the air. Into the hands of Walker. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Yeah, I love as much as possible that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Forced out to his right. And he's running with it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Given 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Commanders will have a first. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Commanders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead through the fourth. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Packers have some new life in the fourth. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game. If this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field, somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
2nd and 3 now. Watson with the catch. He gets loose down the right side. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the Marcus reset.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You totally flip the field and the tone of this drive.
It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers parlay the interception into points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth.
Take that, thank you.
I love that guy.
Go, baby. Let's go.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. It bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. This ball's cut by Pickens. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains!
Daniels on 1st down. Connects on the crosser. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Motioning him from the slot right. Touchdown, Washington. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, brother. Okay? And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. 1st down throw. Here's Love. Fits it through the middle. A lot of grass ahead. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers making a 4-point game here in the 4th. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? Yep. Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. To the ground with Walker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's on the 1st.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Teerlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
They gain 14 on the play, and that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Ooh, I like that. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
They give up the middle of the 4. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 now. Quick slant. Space on the right. He's got room. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. You're good on the point after. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's going going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Momentum here, D.
Shotgun now throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He cuts it back right. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. On the move, headed right. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Here's Love to throw. Pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
You spend the entire week working on your red zone offense, and when you get your opportunity, the last thing you want to do is go back for a 6-yard rhythm. And the kicker on that sidelines, he's not too happy either. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
No score, D.
To throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation.
Wow, nearly the unthinkable. He almost turned the block into 2 points, but they caught up to him at the very last second for the tackle.
Well, that is one ticked-off kicker right there. He knows. Come on now. PATs, they should never be blocked, and especially at such a key juncture in this game. Now, the next time he comes on the field, it's not going to be for a game-tying field goal. He's got to hope his offense can find the end zone.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Like a steamroller, baby.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. He's going to push one deep down the middle. Still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Packers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
He's taken down. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That's an incredible sack, Kate, from them. It does more than just back them up a mile on 2nd down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
Here he is to throw. Rushed into the pocket. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
second. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. He'll look to throw it. Finds a seam down the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Back to throw. And he just hooks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw and force something. It brings up second down. One final shot here. And the hit separates the football, and that is what ends this game. What a play! To score this as a win for the Commanders. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.